Hi, everyone. Allie Hartwick here for Comedy 1031. This is an awesome week. We're just getting to talk to a ton of comedians. We spoke to Brad Williams earlier in the week, and now we're getting to talk to Brandt Tobler, who you will see open for Brad. Hi, Brad. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Just getting this Friday morning started. How about yourself?
It's
Well,
Friday.
yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm a little hungover, but I'm ready for a big Friday. If I'm still in this weird quarantine where I don't know what day it is, but I'm glad that it is Friday.
Yeah, it's coming up on the days where we don't pretend to work.
Yeah.
Most of us, at least.
Wow.
So you've been opening for Brad at Comedy Works South. How's that going? How is it being back? It's been a long time.
Oh, it is so good to be back. So last night was the first time I've been back in 5 months. So it was so good to see everybody because I love the staff at Comedy Works. They're the best. And then it was the setup was weird because they do a really good job social distancing, but we were so spoiled before this pandemic because it was always sold out, like pretty much every show. So to come in and see all the tables distanced and stuff, it was weird. But the crowd, it was actually the crowds were really fun, and I felt like everybody just wanted to be out and have fun. So I had a really good time, and I'm looking forward to these next 4 shows, and then I'm headlining next week, which is always fun. So it's just good to be back. I really missed it, and so I'm very happy today. I celebrated a little too much last night.
It's okay. I fell off a scooter last night and I
Oh,
was barely drunk. So
what
I get you.
are you okay?
Yeah, I jacked up my hand and my leg looks like I fell into a cheese grater, but other than that, it's
Yeah, no,
mostly fine.
I
The
did.
scooters are dangerous.
I did the same thing on Larimer in the middle of the summer last year, and just went over the handlebars. And it was I was going to my little sister's birthday party. I flew over the handlebars. Everybody on Larimer Street laughing at me in the middle of Rhino, and I was so embarrassed. I just hopped up and then scooted to my little sister's birthday party. But then when I got there, I just walked in bleeding, and everyone's like, "Are you? What happened?" I was like, "Oh, I'm okay. It's just scooter." But yeah, they're dangerous. My shoulder was messed up for a long time, so I feel your
Oh.
pain. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, it was my right hand, and I'm left-handed, so I just get this weird knuckle that I
Oh,
think is gonna match my jumpsuit by the end of the day, but we'll see. So you are opening for Brad, as we've said like 4 times at this point,
yeah,
and then headlining next Thursday. What
yeah.
I know it's obviously very different just time-wise, but do you feel different energy between opening and headlining? Like, is there different pressure, different nerves?
Oh, for sure. I mean, opening, you're just trying to set the tone for the show, and then it's Brad's show, and they're all there to see Brad, so they don't. I just try to do a good job, but then it's a lot more pressure when they're coming to see me. I mean, it's more fun to headline, but then you have to worry about the business side of it, ticket sales, and making sure everyone's there, and then. Well, in the old days, you would sell merch. Like I wrote a book, so then there's just so much more to headlining, like the business side of it. Tonight's great. I just get to show up and do like 20 minutes and have a White Claw and watch Brad. So
White Claw. Oh,
it's not by choice. Well, it's not by choice, but it is by choice because I learned I had a gluten allergy. So
oh.
I have to
Had you
have,
just been powering through
so
before
I have to
that?
have White Claw, which was funny. I catch a lot of crap for it when I'm drinking White Claw, and then so dudes are always like, "Oh, you drink White Claw," and then not to be too gross, but I'm always like, "Well, if I drink regular beer, I'll like violently poop blood." And then dudes are like, "You know what? They're not that bad. I get it. Like, that story's okay." But no, it's kind of the karma of it because my friends were drinking White Claw before me, and I talked so much trash to them, and now it's everyday part of my life. But they're not bad. I got used to them, but I do miss Coors Light. I wish I could just drink regular beer like the old days.
Yeah. I mean, they do have options besides White Claw if you're gluten
Yeah.
free. Like, there's a ton of other stuff you can drink.
Wow. Like what? I mean, I probably drink all that too, but
I mean, you can have pretty much any liquor. You can do wine. You could do gluten free beer. You can do, I don't know,
I
tequila
mean,
shots.
I do. That was what got me in trouble last night is tequila shots. We had some fun audience members after the show, like, "Hey, I'm so bad at saying no because I just appreciate it when people are like, 'Hey, I love the show. Can I buy you a shot?'" And I just always say yes. And then the next morning, I was like, we could have just done one, or I could always just say thank you, but
I don't know how to do that either, though. Whenever people say, "Oh, do one," I just say yes, and like I'm gonna die or something if I tell them no, or disappoint them, or make them cry. Which again, would that be so bad?
Yeah, I'm not good at the no part of. Well, it's funny when you start out in comedy, you're so broke, so you just you barely make any money, so you're just trained to take everything for free. So especially starting out, I'd take way too many tequila shots and eat all the chicken fingers, and over time you at least start making a little money, and then you realize, oh, this isn't your last meal or last shot. So, but I still just have it ingrained in my brain, like when someone wants to buy you a shot, just say yes and thank you. Which is, I mean, it's great when people are doing nice stuff, but like I said today, I wish they weren't such great fans last night.
All right, so if you go see Brandt, don't buy him anything. Don't.
No.
Just save yourself a couple bucks, buy him nothing.
No, buy
and be like, see ya.
No, I take that back. Buy me whatever you want, because I do. When I started out in comedy, and then after the show, I'd hang out at the bar, and then people would come and say, "Hey, you want a shot?" And I'd say no, and then the bartender would be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" That's how I make money, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my bad." So buy me whatever you want at Comedy Works. I want anybody to spend any money there. But if I go across the street or somewhere else, don't do it. If
you see Brandt on the street,
you can do whatever. I'll survive. What am I talking about? Who doesn't want
Now, people could bump into you all around the city because you're here in Denver. You're local.
Yeah. I moved here about 2 years ago. I left Los Angeles, and best thing I've ever done. I grew up in Cheyenne, and I love Cheyenne. I'm so proud of being from Wyoming, but as a comic, it's just not a good place to live. So I came back so I could be around my friends and family, and I'm a huge Broncos and Denver sports fan. So I came back, and I love it.
That's awesome.
Here, Allie, I need your advice on this.
Okay.
I probably shouldn't say this, but a certain Denver celebrity's coming to the shows tomorrow night, like the biggest Denver celebrity there is. And I'm worried. I'm not worried. I'm just curious, what should I wear? Is it aggressive to wear a shirt with his face on it, or no?
Yeah, no, don't do that. You could probably wear a shirt with his name on it. I feel like a couple people might be doing that.
I don't know.
I'm assuming that Elway is going to be there. Yeah. Okay, come on. That's the biggest.
There's a rumor that he will be there, and I love John Elway. Actually, in my office here, I have an autographed jersey, and he gave me his golf ball when I was a kid. He came to Wyoming and played in a golf tournament. So I've met him and got autographs a couple times, but I've never got a picture. And I'm also like, I'm going to get a picture with Elway wearing a mask. And one day my kids are going to be like,
that's not him.
I have a mask on, John Elway. But I rarely get nervous, but last night they told me, hey, I think he's coming to one of these shows, and I was like, oh my gosh, you
have to wear something that, like, I don't know, like I love John Elway or something on a t-shirt. You have to make a reference.
I have him on my shirt right now, but I just don't know. I don't know. It might be. I don't know what I'm going to do. I really haven't felt. He's like.
I feel like we need to brainstorm here and come up with something good. And I can't let you go to this show without some sort of like Elway tribute.
I mean, I wish like if I could pull off what you're wearing would be great, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a jumpsuit. So the cool thing with this is when you go pee, you get to get naked. And at work, oh my God, the best. Nothing like being in a stall naked at work.
Well, I don't look that good naked, so I try to avoid that at all. I'm more.
That's what you wear for Elway. Nothing.
I just do it with LA. All right, we'll see. It might be my last show at Comedy Works. So wait, yeah, I can't do it because I'm headlining the 13th. But after that, maybe.
Okay, then you can do a naked show. I don't know that I'd want to see naked comedy. There are certain things that should not be done naked, and I feel as though stand-up comedy might be it.
I've done a naked show. I did a show at a nudist colony, and I was so scared.
You're making this up. You didn't actually.
I know. I promise. I have pictures. I can't show them on here, but I do have I did a show at a nudist colony, and I was nervous. We got there, and everybody was nude, and we didn't know what to do. And then so we just got some beer and had a few beers, and then because we went in the middle of the summer in California, and it was like 100. But the only rule at the nudist colony is you have to be naked to go to the pool. And we wanted to go to the pool, and we were like, and we were just nerd comedians. We were just scared, and then we just had some booze. And then once we got naked, we loved it. And then we stayed naked the whole night, had dinner, did the show, and everybody was naked. But it wasn't like hot people. I don't know, just like naked. And then I did the show.
So going to this nudist colony was hot. So it was
yeah. Fun. Yeah, it's not like we thought because I was young, so I was like, oh, we're going to go there. It's just going to be hot girls everywhere. It's going to be, and then it was.
You're just going to be rocking a boner the whole time, and it'll be super awkward.
It wasn't, but then during the show, so then I performed in I had this big stupid cowboy hat. So I wore a cowboy hat, and then like a real idiot, I had like one of those green mustaches that you put on your face, like for St. Patty's Day. And I put that right above my spot. I don't know what we're allowed to say on here.
You can say anything you want. We're on the internet.
I put it right above my dick, and I thought that was so funny. And there's pictures of it out there that are never going to go away. But yeah, it was something I thought would be awful. But then once you get naked and everybody's naked, then it was pretty cool.
All right. I have a theory that like naked world, if the whole world was naked, for the first 2 weeks, it would be bonkers. And everyone would just run around like, oh my God, boobs and penises everywhere. And then you'd get over it. You'd be like, this actually is no big deal. You've seen one dick, you've seen them all.
That's exactly what happened, but it only took like an hour. And I was thinking about, there's a nudist place here in Denver where they do nude shows.
Really? So, where?
I don't know.
I'm such a perv. I'm like, tell me more.
It's somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, I haven't done it yet.
I don't know. I've just heard about it.
No, I promise. I mean, if I knew, I just know there is, and I haven't done it yet, but I will.
Okay, great. We're gonna hold you to that.
But it's not.
Brandt, you are going to be at Comedy Works Thursday headlining the show. If you're popping by to see Brad Williams anytime this weekend, you'll see Brandt as well. We love having you here in Denver. We love having you on the show.
I love being on it. I love that you guys have a comedy channel. I don't know if there's any. I mean, I've traveled all over the country. I don't know if there's many other cities that do this. So I think it's awesome.
Special.
Yeah.
We're super special. Also, we Instagram follow each other. I felt like I was meeting somebody that I already knew today. And I was like, I don't actually think we've ever met. We just Insta stalk.
Yeah, no, I just love how much you support this scene. And then you've had a bunch of my friends on. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. I've tuned into like interviews and stuff before. So I just stalked you, and now we're friends in real life. You got a great Instagram.
Yeah. And now you got to be like your friends and be on our little show thing.
Yeah.
That's the official name, the little show thing.
Yeah.
All right, Brandt, awesome talking to you. Kick some ass this weekend and next week, the 13th.
Do my best. And yeah, come see me next Thursday, Comedy Works South. Bring all your friends. And,
thank you for joining us, Brandt. I'm like pushing you off here. Get out of here.
I gotta go.
Okay, you gotta go by. We have the link to Comedy Works and Brad's show on the Comedy 1031 website, as well as our Facebook page. We've also got this little bug down here telling you exactly where to go, comedyworks.com. And thanks for joining us today. We're gonna stop this broadcast now.